Welcome to the Future Lab. I'm your host, Matthew. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking paper by Alfred Ludwig that's reshaping how we discover new materials. The quest for new materials is absolutely critical for advancements in clean energy and countless other technologies. Think about it, our ability to create more efficient solar panels, better batteries, even more effective catalysts for chemical processes. All depend on our ability to discover and develop new materials. But here's the catch, the space of possible materials is incredibly vast. It's like searching for a needle in a cosmic haystack, and traditional methods of materials discovery are slow and often rely on chance. This is where Ludwig's research comes in. He tackles this challenge head-on, presenting a method to explore this vast materials landscape in a more systematic and efficient way. This is all about accelerating the process. His approach combines several techniques to make materials discovery more like an efficient assembly line than a random search. We'll unravel the details in the next section, but the basic idea is this: he uses thin film combinatorial synthesis to create materials libraries covering numerous compositions and then employs high-throughput characterization techniques to test them systematically. This allows for far more systematic materials discovery. It moves things from a realm of serendipitous discovery to something more akin to industrial scale efficiency. We're talking about discovering materials with unprecedented speed and effectiveness. And as a bit of a meta-commentary, even this podcast episode's script was partially AI-generated, which shows how AI is transforming not just scientific research, but also our everyday tools and processes. Quite fitting for a podcast on the future of science. So, let's break down Ludwig's approach. We'll first get an overview of the problem of materials discovery and the rationale for this study. Then we'll dive deep into the methods he employs, followed by a look at the real-world applications and finally, a look at the key takeaways and what the future might hold. Let's begin with an overview of the challenges involved in traditional materials discovery. So, let's look at the core of Alfred Ludwig's work, his paper, Discovery of New Materials Using Combinatorial Synthesis and High-Throughput Characterization of Thin Film Materials Libraries Combined with Computational Methods. A mouthful, I know, but the title itself hints at the revolutionary nature of his approach. The problem Ludwig tackles is the inefficiency of traditional materials discovery. For decades, finding new materials has often felt like a game of chance, a bit of trial and error, heavily reliant on serendipity. Think of it like searching for a specific grain of sand on a massive beach. You might find it eventually, but it's not an efficient process. Ludwig's proposed solution is elegant in its simplicity: create systematic composition gradients, that is, a carefully controlled range of compositions, that cover a significant portion of the possible material space. Think of it less as searching for one grain of sand, and more as systematically sifting the entire beach using a very fine sieve. This involves creating what he calls materials libraries using thin film combinatorial synthesis. Instead of making one material at a time, he creates a collection of materials with systematically varied compositions all at once. This is like creating a vast palette of carefully chosen colors, each subtly different, allowing for a systematic exploration of the color space. Then, the real magic happens with high-throughput characterization. He systematically tests these materials for their properties, electrical conductivity, magnetic properties, optical characteristics, and many others, using automated methods. We're talking about simultaneously measuring many properties of hundreds of different materials. The result? Multidimensional datasets that unveil relationships between material composition, processing methods, structure, and properties. It's no longer about finding a needle in a haystack. It's about systematically searching and identifying those needles using data analysis. Ludwig demonstrates that his method is not just a theory, it's practical and effective. His main finding is this powerful demonstration of feasibility. The core contribution of this work is to show that the systematic generation of materials libraries combined with high-throughput characterization creates a method to efficiently explore the vast material composition space. Now that we understand the what and the why behind Ludwig's research, let's shift gears and explore the how. How exactly did he create these material libraries and conduct this high-throughput characterization? This is where the technical details get interesting. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of Ludwig's methodology. It rests on two main pillars: combinatorial thin film synthesis and high-throughput characterization. These are the two key innovations that allow Ludwig to scale the process of materials discovery. The synthesis part involves creating these materials libraries. Think of it as creating a systematic collection of materials with slightly varying compositions. This isn't just about randomly mixing things together, it's a finely tuned process. He employs two primary techniques: code deposition and multilayer deposition. Code deposition involves simultaneously depositing multiple materials onto a substrate, resulting in a homogeneous mixture. This is like mixing different colors of paint together to get a smooth, blended result. On the other hand, multi-layer deposition is more like creating a layered cake, carefully layering nanoscale thin films of different materials. He even uses a clever wedge-type deposition approach with computer-controlled shutters to create continuous composition gradients across the substrate. This creates libraries spanning complete ternary systems or large portions of even more complex systems. This makes it possible to test hundreds, sometimes thousands of different materials in a single experiment. The second key pillar is high-throughput characterization. After creating this library, Ludwig uses a battery of automated techniques to measure various material properties. He doesn't just measure one property, but a host of properties: electrical resistivity, magnetic properties, optical properties, all in a highly automated way. Imagine a robotic arm systematically moving across a substrate, analyzing hundreds of different spots in a library. Techniques like energy dispersive X-ray analysis, EDX, X-ray diffraction, XRD, and many others allow rapid, automated analysis. Organizing all this data into multidimensional datasets is key. This allows for powerful analyses to discover those special materials or to test for the presence of a specific compound. It's a true data-driven approach to materials science. The real innovation isn't just the individual techniques, it's the integration and automation of these processes. It's the combination that gives Ludwig the scale and efficiency he needs. This allows for much faster results and discoveries. Of course, there were challenges. One key hurdle was ensuring high data quality during these high-throughput measurements. Ludwig addresses this by using pre-patterned substrates with well-defined measurement areas. This ensures precision and consistency across many samples. This careful control over the synthesis process and the systematic automation of the characterization is what allows this method to be successful. So, having explored the methods, let's turn to the practical applications and implications of Ludwig's research. The implications of Ludwig's work extend far beyond the specific materials he's already discovered. The real power lies in the methodology itself, a significant acceleration in materials discovery. Think about the potential impact on fields like sustainable energy. The ability to rapidly screen thousands of compositions for better photoelectrodes in solar water splitting could revolutionize renewable energy. We could be looking at dramatically improved efficiency and lower costs, and it's not limited to solar energy. The advancements in materials science can impact many areas, such as advanced electronics, where the demand for novel materials with unique properties is constantly growing. We already see this playing out. Ludwig's methods have already yielded discoveries like new shape memory alloys with near-zero hysteresis, a property incredibly valuable in various applications, offering improved efficiency and durability. Beyond that, we're seeing the discovery of entirely new phases in complex systems. This is fundamental materials science, pushing the boundaries of what we know and understand. The ability to simultaneously characterize multiple properties of a material opens a whole new pathway: data-driven material design. Instead of just screening for a single property, we can look at complex interplay between properties, moving far beyond simple screening. This could allow us to generate functional phase diagrams, providing a much more comprehensive understanding of materials and their behavior. This is more than just a catalog of materials, it's a roadmap for designing materials with specific functionalities. And the future implications are even more exciting. Imagine AI algorithms analyzing the massive datasets generated by this high-throughput approach. It would be possible to use machine learning models to predict promising compositions, materials that are likely to exhibit specific properties. Based on those predictions, the AI could help design the next set of experiments. We could move toward a future where much of the materials discovery process is automated, almost autonomous, a truly data-driven, AI-assisted materials design and discovery pipeline. This is a huge step toward faster and more efficient materials science. Ludwig's research is more than just a clever methodology, it's a glimpse into the future of materials discovery, a future made possible by the convergence of advanced materials science and cutting-edge AI. Now, let's summarize the key takeaways from this groundbreaking research and reflect on what the future might hold for this field. Let's bring it all together. Professor Ludwig's paper truly showcases the transformative power of combining combinatorial synthesis, high-throughput characterization, and computational methods. The core takeaway is that this integrated approach enables a highly efficient and systematic exploration of the vast, previously daunting, space of potential materials. It replaces the traditional reliance on serendipity with a data-driven, almost industrial-scale process. This isn't just about incremental improvements, it's a paradigm shift. Key results include the discovery of entirely novel materials and the development of accelerated methods for generating phase diagrams, significantly advancing materials science. What's really exciting is that this is only the beginning. The inherent scalability of this approach and its integration with machine learning and AI open up incredible possibilities. Future research will almost certainly focus on further automating these processes, integrating AI even more deeply into the data analysis and experimental design phases, and developing more sophisticated data-driven material design tools. Imagine a future where AI algorithms can not only analyze existing datasets but can also predict promising material compositions, suggest optimal synthesis pathways, and even design the next experiments, all in a fully autonomous feedback loop. That's the ultimate potential. This research takes us a huge leap closer to that future, moving us from an era of largely serendipitous discovery to one of precision-guided, highly efficient materials innovation. So, that's a wrap for today's episode of the Future Lab. We've explored how AI and automation are revolutionizing the process of discovering new materials, and how Professor Ludwig's research is a key stepping stone in this transformation. Remember, this podcast script was also partially AI-generated, showing how AI is changing how we even create content today. Thank you for tuning in. Join us next time for another exploration into the future of AI-driven science. Until then, stay curious.